friends, this is our history class for the Creatrilogy books. Do you remember in Ish, these are all by Peter Reynolds. Do you remember in our story of Ish where Ramon was drawing and he drew a vase, but his big brother laughed and said, "What is that?" And then his sister, oh, right there, near the end, she said, "This is my favorite." And he said it was supposed to be a vase. And she said, "Well, it looks vase-ish." We're going to talk about how Ramon stopped drawing because his brother laughed at him when he drew a vase that was only vase-ish. And then Murcel, his little sister, said, "I like this." Well, Ramon isn't the only person that has ever happened to. Artists throughout history have made paintings and drawings and sculptures, and some people have laughed and said, "What is that?" And other people have said, "I like this. This is important. I know that it is this-ish." So we're going to talk about some famous people who were artists and they made ish paintings. Our first painting is by Vincent van Gogh. Can you say that? Van Gogh. The name of his painting is called Starry Night, and he did it in 1889. And this was, the picture is called Starry Night, so that's what it's about. You can see that there's a village at the bottom, and then these dark things that come up to all the way to the top, these are trees. And then of course we have the starry night. You can see the sky and the wind in it, and then all of the little stars that are like little bursts of light. And then at the bottom you can see another pointy thing almost right in the middle of the painting. That's a church building. And then there are roofs and trees, and they're just sort of bumps and lines. And so when people looked at this, some felt like saying the way that Ramon's big brother said, "What is that? That's not what a star looks like. That's not what a tree looks like." And other people saw, yes, this is star-ish. This is town-ish and mountain-ish. And they saw the beauty in ish things. They saw that sometimes our eyes do see it this way. How do you draw wind? Well, Van Gogh was able to come up with a way of drawing wind by these swirls up in the sky. He was able to capture movement, even though it's one picture, like what we would take with a camera. He was able to show light and dark together and how they work together. The trees look so dark up against the sky. So this ish painting is one that the world has come to truly love. This is called Nude Descending a Staircase number 2. It's by Murcel Duchamp, and it was painted in 1912. So it was after Starry Night and just 4 years before Water Lilies, which we're going to see next. And this is a picture of motion. Whenever we take a picture with a camera, it stops and there's no movement. But this artist, he wanted to show someone walking down the stairs. Does this look like someone walking down the stairs to you? Some people looked at this and they were like Ramon's big brother and they said, "What is that?" But other people could say, "Well, I actually kind of see how it starts up high on the left side, and then the lights get brighter, the color gets brighter, and it slides down into the bottom right side. And you can kind of see the legs moving and bending at the knees. You can kind of see an arm, you can kind of see a head, and you can kind of see a body, and all of those are ish. These are leg-ish and body-ish and arm-ish and head-ish. and moving-ish. So some people look and say, what is that? And some people say, ah, it is moving down the staircase-ish. And they were able to appreciate the work that the artist did. This painting is by Claude Monet, and he painted this. This is Water Lilies, and he painted it in 1916, so about 30 years after Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. And Claude Monet, he was someone who didn't draw everything exactly as it looks the way a photograph would take it. He drew it as his eyes would see it through light and distance. And so this painting, some people would say, what is that? Like Ramon's big brother. But many people were more like his little sister who say, ah, these are water lilies-ish. I can see how the beautiful colors, the bright spots, sit on top of the water that reflect the green from above and have green underneath the surface. And all of the colors are soft and blending together because the sun isn't very sharp and bright on the pond. So this is another thing that is ish that people have grown to love. Our last painting that we're going to look at today of ish paintings is by Pablo Picasso, and it's called Jacqueline with Flowers. He painted it in 1954, so it's the latest of all of the paintings that we've looked at. Now, do you know anyone who looks the way this woman looks? She doesn't look exactly like a person people that we meet. Her neck is very long and she has lots of corners on her body, but she definitely looks lady-ish, doesn't she? Can you see her eye and her nose? Can you see her dress and her hands? And can you see the flowers? She is a lady-ish. Her name was Jacqueline. It was a real lady who sat for him while he painted her. And it's Jacqueline with Flowers, so she had flowers behind her. And this is how he made his painting. And there were some people who were like Ramon's big brother and said, what is that? And other people said, I like it. It's lady-ish. It shows her long neck and the corner of her cheek and her pretty hair and the beautiful flowers. It shows something more than just what a camera would show. I hope looking at these paintings of very famous and very valuable art will help you know that even if you only draw ish drawings, they matter and you matter, and how you see the world is something I want to see. So keep drawing, keep painting, keep trying, and show people what you see. I'll talk with you later. Bye.